It's been a minute. But it's fall break. And so I felt like this was an absolutely perfect time to tell you what it feels like to be 31. I think that when I was growing up, I had this like master plan of what life would be or should be. And then that master plan didn't happen. Like point blank period, didn't happen. And here I am, about to be 31. When I was probably 18, I had wrote on MySpace, I was like, this is what I want my life to consist of. And this is who I want to be and where I want to be and all of those things. On that list was becoming a politician, becoming the Pope, doing all things that women essentially weren't doing, I guess, while I was growing up. Correction, they were doing these things. It just wasn't as big of a deal as it is today. And so I just laid out all the things that were going to happen and things that I think that I believed would never happen. Like, there's not going to be a female Pope. I think that that's something that if it does happen, like, it'll be awesome, but probably not. And beyond that, like, I had too many goals for myself. Like, there was no way I was going to be able to be the president and the Pope and the Queen of England. Like, those things weren't going to happen. But my life plan basically was to be the best at everything I was doing. It wasn't until I met Tyler that I figured out that, like, all of the things I had set out for my life were not at all going to be the things that actually happened. I had only dated black men up to this point, and so meeting Tyler and falling in love with Tyler, I was like, all right, things are going to be a little different. You know, I'm going to have these cute little light-skinned kids. And Tyler was also in the military, and being a military wife was never on my to-do list. Like, I bless every military wife in the whole world. Y'all are the most powerful people I have ever met, because this girl wasn't cut out for it. And so I think it was at that point that I started to realize that who I was going to be when I grew up was very different than my MySpace view of myself. Fast forward to probably why I think that this is a cool video to do is at dinner last night, Tyler said, after I had posted, like, so rewind. I had posted a picture and the caption of the picture said, I'm so much happier that the reality that I pictured is not my actual reality, or something to that effect. And he had read it, Tyler had read it, and then he said, so what was your dream? Where did you actually think you were going to be? And I started thinking about it, and I thought, well, that would be really cool to talk about who I was going to be at the age of 31. So I said that would be really cool to talk about where, you know, how my vision of 31 differs from what 31 actually is. So here we go. Growing up, not growing up, in the last 10 years, so from the time that I was 21 to the time that I was 31, my vision of life has shifted, like, significantly. The definition of happiness is significantly different. And I've learned a lot about pre-planning my life. Like, I can't I can't make plans because I am not the master of those plans. The master of those plans has greater plans than I could imagine. And so when I think about turning 31 in 2 days, in 2 days, it's like, it's an odd, surreal feeling. I was telling somebody the other day that like I'm blessed that I don't even look 31. So that's one thing that I don't have to worry about. But you know, the flip side of that is like I envy people who are like, oh my God, I'm turning 31. Because I still think that I have this unfinished business thought process about what my 30s were supposed to look like. So beyond wanting to take over the world, by the time that I was 30, I was pretty confident that I would have at least 2 kids, be married, I wouldn't be in the classroom anymore, and I think those are the big things. Like those are the things that have always been my definition, my family and my career. And so I learned, you know, after miscarriage number 3 that what I had pictured for our children or how I was going to become a mom was incredibly different. And that was probably the moment that I learned that I like genuinely had no control over anything. And if you know me, you know that I prefer control over all things. And so I think that's probably like the biggest difference. And while I am beyond blessed with what my family looks like, I think that, you know, the part of me that wanted to have this picture perfect family, I don't know. I don't know a good word. But there's part of me that feels like there's something that's missing. And somebody's gonna say like Davlin has lost her shit. And I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. But I think until you have like your plans really shaken, you don't know what that feeling is. And even like sitting here, like I'm doing everything in my power not to cry because I feel like an idiot. I'm blessed. Like there's no other word except for I am blessed. But I feel like I haven't accomplished the things that I needed to accomplish. And so turning 31 is like unexciting. Like I should rewind because I'm really good at tangents and I'm really good at losing my train of thought, especially when my emotions take over. So rewind to my comment about like unfinished business. When I turned 30, it was a big deal. I had like a huge panic attack. Because as much as I absolutely love my son, I still get like really, really mad that I can't have my own kids. And I see so many people that I went to school with, or so many people who I've come to know, and in their 30s, they have pieces of what my picture was. And I think that like I'm envious of that. That's what I envy. And I think that if things were different, like I might enjoy being in my 30s a little bit more. Now that I've pulled myself together a little bit, I think that being 31 will be much better than being 30. I learned a lot in my 30s, or in the first year of my 30s. I learned a lot about myself. And I've really like tried to focus very hard on giving up control of things that I have no control over. And so that gives me more time to focus on the things that I like, that I'm thankful for, and the things that I've been absolutely blessed with. So in being 31, I can say that I am super blessed to have a husband who, beyond a shadow of a doubt, loves me and enjoys being married to me. I am super, super thankful that despite what I envisioned for my family, I have this super unique family that everybody else should be jealous of, because there is never ever a dull moment in my house, and thank God for that. I have an amazing job, and even though I'm still in the classroom, I wholeheartedly believe that that's where I'm supposed to be. I was telling somebody while I was driving Uber the other day, I have 2 master's degrees, and I think on the outside it appears that I don't use them because I'm not the curriculum and instruction person that I believed I was going to be. And I'm still not an administrator. Haven't even taken the test because I'm scared of it. But I use everything from those programs like in my daily life. Like, I get to build and rebuild with some awesome co-workers the junior curriculum at my school. I get to harness the idea of leadership and build the leadership capacity in other people. And I don't have to be an administrator because I actually don't want to be an administrator. But even in my moments where I am upset that life took a different turn, those moments are small, minute, tenachi, in comparison to the moments where I sit and think about how extraordinary my life truly is. Oh, here's to 31. My prayer is that at the age of 31, I can still feel like I'm 25, and look like I'm 25. That I continue to grow in my relationship with God, that my husband and I continue to grow in our relationship, that together we pay off our debt, because that's what we're working on right now. We had a lot of fun, and now it's time to be big kids. That I can continue to be an amazing mom. And I use the word amazing because other people have told me I'm amazing, not because I think I'm amazing. And that I can continue to accept God's blessings in God's time, and just relish and be thankful for all of the things that I have. So here's 31.